On the Rocket 69, guys, we are back. Tom C. was just telling us how he killed a poor defenseless wasp.
Because I'm kind of finding new spots here. How does Doc Crocker really get to his house? Does he actually jump on all these ceilings?
No, I think that's probably a like a balcony sitch. It's probably downstairs.
Don't think I can pick this.
You know?
Can't pick this, pointing at his own nose. I
Nice.
should have made that jump. But anyway. But yeah, so it's... I always like this poster because it's like the only one that exists. We keep you in good.
Yeah, it's weird.
Look at your cool baseball. Oh, that's Mo Cronin.
My name's Mo Cronin.
So anyway, yeah, folks, I just can't deal with bees. When it's time to go, the going gets tough, and the bees get going to get killed by me. That's what they always say. Screw them. Listen, okay, sorry, not bees. Bees are cool. But I gotta be honest, if there was a bee in that room, I may have to do the same thing. Because the bee, here's the deal. At that point, the bee has been... I remember what I was going to Diamond City now. I was going to get my radiation cured. At that point, the bee has been domesticated. From living in my room, it can't possibly survive in the wild again. It's definitely fed off of my honey that I leave laying
it
around.
has a taste for drywall.
Absolutely. At that point, I leave pots of honey around. I leave delicious drywall.
What are you doing? Get somewhere safe now. He's a Sith. He'll kill us.
What did you listen to this? I just heal my stupid...
No.
God damn it! Fuck! Ah!
It's just in. Ah! Please just heal me, you idiot.
He's gonna be doing that for a while.
What a mess.
He's gonna be doing that for a while.
Oh my god. Why don't you people just do your job?
All I do is work, guys.
There you go.
I would be delighted by a giant bumblebee, though.
How giant?
I'm thinking if I saw a bumblebee the size of a large sheep, I'm
Look at
really
how
on
gross
board.
this is.
Yeah, it's like fucking H.R. Giger stuff.
I really don't like that.
Hold on. Go back to looking for a second.
Ugh, that's how I feel about it.
Doc.
Yeah, but if I saw a bumblebee the size of a sheep, I'd be down. I'd be way on board.
Now, Donkey Kong Country experimented with something similar to that.
But weren't those more of the Hornet / Yellow Jacket variety?
Yes.
They weren't the friendly bumblebee.
Now, there's also many downsides of that. Because they, for some reason, had spikes all over their body.
Yeah, that seems like a misstep from the get-go.
It was definitely an untraditional bee in that regard. But still equally frightening. Some of them actually had the ability to shoot spikes.
That seems real bad.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this was a really traditional bee, that would kill it even more so. Do you know what I did watch the other day?
What did you watch?
This is gonna be the stupidest thing you ever heard in your life. So
I don't know. I've heard some real stupid things.
My close friend really likes bees, and for some reason loves watching the Bee Movie while making fun of it. Now you may recall the Bee Movie as
Wait, hold on. Before you go on, let me just do a quick.
I would love to provide you info on the movie.
Sure, but I just want to get like some rotten tomatoes.
It's a children's movie starring Jerry Seinfeld as a bee.
As a bee, yes.
For some reason, he is the main character who's supposed to be a young bee entering the workforce. And he's discouraged because he doesn't like the idea of working for the rest of his life in one job. So that idea immediately gets thrown out the window when he decides to leave the beehive and then go start a love relationship with a human female woman.
Played apparently by Renee Zellweger.
So, two things you got to know for this.
Hold on. This I feel like this is one of those rules I feel like shouldn't have to be pointed out, but the thing I'm reading does make a point to mention breaking a cardinal rule of his species.
I was about to mention this. Are you sure? You can read it because you can do it now even better.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Barry learns that humans have been stealing and eating honey for centuries. And he realizes that his true calling is to obtain justice for his kind by suing humanity for theft.
So this movie is like 2 hours long.
Apparently, it's 1 hour 35.
Too long. So anyway, first things first, all bees can talk. But it's rule number 1 for bees who leave the hive to never speak to humans. It's just a rule they have. So the very first thing that bee does, he talks to a lady. Because the lady helps him not get killed by somebody. So that's fine, I guess. Because he gets glassed, put in a glass, instead of getting hit by a shoe. Which is really a treat. So then, he goes to a grocery store with her. This takes like 45 minutes for this part. But anyway, at the grocery store, he discovers honey is for sale. So he's obviously upset about it because to him, they spend their whole lives making honey.
Right.
And it's just being stolen. So he follows the truck that delivers honey back to the honey farms and sees how bees are being kept in captivity and slavery. So he goes and he sues them in a court. He sues Big Honey and all the people in there.
I frequently visit Big Honey. She's a constant companion, I would say.
I like that.
Anyway, go on.
It's a great name.
Thank you.
Anyway, my biggest concern with this movie is not the plot, which I feel like is rock solid. Just really the fact that it's definitely a sexual relationship with this woman.
Yeah, that seems like a... I'm trying to think I know there are other movies that have done that before, and it's always super weird.
Because it's a straight up bee. It's not like a big bee or like two bee people. It is a bee and a human woman, and she's instantly charmed by him because she feels she's not in the right career, and he feels like he's not. Anyway, so by the way, this movie is ridiculously long, and there's like a huge plot point at the end they don't need to do. Because, like, they're all like, oh, he wins a lawsuit against Big Honey, so you might think that's it.
I thought you were going to say he wins the lottery, and I was like, you're right, they did not need to do that plot point.
So I do the whole lottery winning part. No. So he wins a lawsuit.
You're right, that was unnecessary.
He wins a lawsuit.
Oh, dude, go to a workbench. I just want to see what mod this thing could get.
All right.
We didn't do that
I'm just
before.
going to his plane real quick. But yeah, he discovers a workbench. No. He
wins the lawsuit.
He wins a lawsuit. And so the next plot point becomes bees become lazy and don't pollinate plants anymore. And then this is like another 45 minutes left. So then at that point, all the plants die, and it goes into a story about how he has to now re-motivate bees to pollinate plants or something. So he goes to the Rose Bowl, which inexplicably still does the Tournament of Roses, because with the last flowers on Earth. So there's that idea. Anyway, it could get real strong. It could get doubly as strong, basically, at that point.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
I don't need inferior rate. Pretty cool sight.
You got to reflex it.
That's one of
Beam
those.
focuser.
Yeah, that'd be rad too. So your classic stuff.
Yeah, normal stuff.
Anyway, so
That
then
sounds terrible, by the way. That sounds awful.
so they hijack a plane and put all the flowers they stole off a float into the plane, but then the pilots of the plane get knocked out because the bee wants to see the cockpit, and they get scared of him. But also the people who are the pilots are the former heads of the bee companies who had to change their jobs. So then at the end of the movie, they don't know how to land a plane, so all the bees come out and fly underneath the plane, and they land the plane with bee power by like pushing it in the sky.
But how do they get motivated to make honey again? Or to pollinate things again?
Because they realize that
Those executives shouldn't have been flying a plane, therefore.
No, there's like an ecosystem or something. I don't know. They have to help humans out, or I don't know. I gotta be honest, that a lot of the points weren't strong in the movie.
How were you awake during this is my question. It doesn't.
Great question.
Because it was at least like...
Terrific question.
Was it funny bad?
It's
because it seems dull bad.
No, it's like, okay, it's ridiculous bad. Also, Patrick Warburton's in it.
Oh, that's
So that
good.
part was nice.
I saw the cast has got some
It's got a
names.
strong cast.
Yeah.
It's got a really strong cast. Also, it's got a lot of Jewish jokes, which I really identify with.
Yeah, of course.
I like that part. So there's like some real like adult-centered jokes with Jewish overtones, which I really did enjoy. Some real zingers in there, some Jay Seinfeld style zingers.
Does he have any of his cars?
He does. Okay, he does drive a car, a B car.
Is it a Porsche?
No, it's just like a rando car. They all drive cars inside of beehives.
Of course.
And I'm like, why don't they just?
They don't have wings.
Like, why don't they just fly around, man? Oh, they do. They do fly also, but they do drive cars as well.
Well, of course you would.
So there's that. There's a lot of stuff going on in there.
Who's this guy? He's
that-
probably not an enemy. Surprised about that.
Unless you're gonna pitch in here, keep a distance.
Are you a crazy person?
Hi. Looking to earn some cash? I could use a hand here.
Okay.
What do you need help with?
The pump isn't in top shape, but
Oh, weird. Look at this side quest.
What are you talking about?
think you could fix them? The leaks will be underwater. But for bubbles, then you should.
Okay.
Wah!
Baby, it's just you.
Good old Sully.
I like this. I just want this as like a house.
Yeah, this is like something you make in Minecraft.
Absolutely, it will be. But anyway, that's the whole story of the B movie. I felt for some reason I would go into it.
I like the fact that you did. I feel like you really brought, because here's what we were never going to talk about before the B movie on the show.
yeah.
Yeah. So you're bringing something new to the table, which I think the audience at large can appreciate.
This is too deep.
Yeah, I think you probably need some lights.
Someone?
Said that he just looked for bubbles. Like I saw some before. Yeah. So go like down from there. There we go.
Nice. This is awfully irradiated.
Everyone knows water keeps radiation more than other things.
There's your pipe right here. What's the Queen of Farts to do? I'm gonna poop on you. Do a subdue the air in your face. Put the brown liquor. Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
here we go.
You guys the cure.
Hey, I'm Sully Mathis. What's going on?
Why does he care about fixing this?
I don't know. He's probably a devil worshiper.
Can you maybe give me some radiation curing? Because that was bad.
I got really rocked there, dude.
Could have killed me.
First I thought he had a tat sleeve, and I was like, that's red.
Hit that switch on the
It's got lots of going on.
Nice.
I get to hit a pump. Nope.
I would say it's... Yeah.
It's gonna like drain. Oh crap!
And now, a word or several from our sponsor.
Sully, watch out!
Chef only says one sentence, but that's okay.
Okay.
Because he only serves one thing.
Did we do it?
Roy Brown did, well,
Hey,
2 songs about what could be.
hello.
Meyer loves. I guess I shouldn't be surprised that started off. Anyway, I still got some tinkering to do on this thing. Shouldn't be too
Why are you doing
far
all this?
down, though. Thanks for pitching in. Here's a little something before you.
Cool.
Yay, guys, we did it.
What
We
a
helped Sonny Mathis with his pug problem.
we helped
We'll see
Silly
you back later on the next episode.
Sib up.
Bye.